Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up in the news, President Biden making an unannounced visit to Ukraine. We're going to tell you what he had to say.
Plus, as hemp farming is still relatively new in Nebraska, a legislative bill is looking to align our state with federal regulations.
But first, a proposed development in the Haymarket is facing some resistance. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight. A proposed development for the Haymarket promises to bring luxury to Lincoln.
But its construction is raising some concerns among business owners. Channel 8's Veronica Barreto joins us live in studio with more in our top story tonight. Veronica?
That's right, Megan and Rod. The proposed skyscraper would be a 22-story tower of glass. The development will be built on the Melkers gas station site at 9th and P Streets. It will have 33 condos, 77 luxury apartments, 4 floors of commercial space, and a private club. Developers say they are working with the city on the final elements of the development process. They hope to start construction by August of this year, which could take 24 to 36 months to be completed. Many business owners in the area are expressing their concerns for the project as they fear time of construction will negatively affect the downtown's economy.
This 22-story building will be a beautiful glass building, perhaps the most beautiful building between Chicago and Denver.
It's going on 1/8 of a block, which means that all their staging area needs to go out into the street, and that will severely hinder entry access to our businesses, as well as parking obviously is always a concern.
The project is requesting $23 million in TIF funding, which could make it the largest TIF-funded project in Lincoln. Developers say they are working with business owners to address the concerns on parking. I will have more on that coming up at 6 o'clock.
Veronica, thank you very much for our top story tonight. Now we go to the legislature. There's a bill that centers around the farming of hemp in Nebraska.
That's right. It was introduced after the Department of Ag requested it. It would basically set rules and guidelines to align with federal law. Right now, it is legal to grow hemp in Nebraska as long as you sign up and go through a process. One hemp farmer told us he's in favor of streamlining the process.
If they could give us a little more leeway, you know, nobody's looking to grow anything illegal. I know a lot of the guys that grow hemp, and they just want to get a good hemp product and get the most out of it they can, you know, but I understand the state side of it as well.
The bill is set for a committee hearing tomorrow. We'll have more on this coming up tonight on our newscast at 6 o'clock. The legislature is also approaching a decision on a controversial abortion bill as the session again resumes tomorrow.
According to the Flatwater Free Press, the 6-week ban appears to need only 2 Republican votes to have enough support to become law. So here's a breakdown. 29 state senators are co-sponsors of the bill, with 2 more Republicans saying they do support it. But 33 votes are needed to overcome a filibuster, so right now they're only 2 votes shy. We'll of course keep you updated. Tonight, we have new details on a 2-vehicle crash near Palmyra last week. We now know the victim is from Lincoln.
The Otoe County Sheriff's Office says 37-year-old Jennifer Hughes died from the crash. Officials say she pulled onto Highway 2 from Highway 43 and was hit by a pickup. The driver of the pickup was taken to a Lincoln hospital with unknown injuries. The investigation is ongoing.
Looking north, South Dakota authorities say a Crofton man was killed in a crash last Tuesday. 76-year-old Joseph Tramp III was westbound on a highway when police say he swerved to miss a pickup that was turning. When he swerved, he ran into oncoming traffic and hit a semi head-on. Police say he wasn't wearing a seatbelt and was ejected, killing him. The other driver is expected to be okay. Back here to Lincoln, LPS held a job fair today at Color Middle School to attract new hires. The fair was for support positions across the district.
LPS is looking to fill a variety of different positions, such as para-educators, food service workers, custodians, and more. LPS started doing these hiring fairs last February, and they explained why fairs like these are important for them to reach their hiring goals.
Yeah, this has been a really successful way to see a lot of people in one day and get lots of interviews taken care of without having to schedule. So people can come and interview and even get a job offer. And so it's just a great way to see a lot of people in one day.
If you missed the job fair but still want to apply for a position, you can do that at lps.org. Happening now, one Nebraska town is telling its residents to boil their water after a water main break. Adams County Emergency Management says the break happened in Kennesaw on Sunday.
Officials are telling residents not to consume the water if at all possible. This means do not use it to even brush your teeth and avoid getting it in your eyes, nose, or mouth if you're showering. We're told there is emergency drinking water available at the Kennesaw Fire Hall. The town is keeping residents informed on the process of restoring clean, safe drinking water.
Let's get to your first forecast now with Rusty. And a beautiful day today, well above normal. That's going to continue for the rest of the week, right?
Well, I have some bad news for you, Rod.
Okay.
It's going to last for one more day, and then temperatures are going to take a dive. And we have precipitation in the forecast, which if you need the moisture, that is good news. But today, mild day, 53 degrees in Lincoln, 51 Nebraska City. Omaha had 50. Hebron, look at you, at 55 degrees, 52 in Grand Island. Then everybody else to the north and west was a little bit cooler. A nice early evening out there. Shones Roofing showing a mixture of clouds and sun as the sun is starting to set later and later in the season. 52 right now in Beatrice, 53 in Wymore. We have 53 in Hebron, 50 in Sutton, 48 in Nebraska City. Some cooler temperatures off to the north and west where a little bit of light mixed precipitation trying to move in. The wind isn't bad. It's out of the north and west around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, the temperatures are going to drop into the middle 20s by 6 a.m. So we'll drop from 50 to the 40s to the 30s and into the 20s by early tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow afternoon, we're looking at highs very close to 50 degrees. I think we might even get to 51 or 52 degrees as we head through the afternoon hours. But here's your weather headlines. We're looking at a warm Tuesday, a little mixed precipitation potential as we head through the day on Wednesday. And this is going to be a doozy of a storm, especially for northern and northwestern Nebraska into parts of South Dakota and even further north and east, which we'll talk about coming up in a few minutes. But cold on Thursday after this storm system wraps up and makes its way to the north and east, dragging with it some cold Arctic air. So we've got a lot to talk about, but it is going to be quiet as we head through tonight and into the day tomorrow, and then that winter storm comes our way. Lots to talk about coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Rusty. An historic day in Kyiv. President Biden making an unannounced stop in Ukraine's capital city. He's pledging the U.S. will stand with Ukraine for as long as it takes.
Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky showing Biden his plaque, among others, honoring world leaders who stood with Ukraine in dark times. The two presidents also discussing the nation's path moving forward in its nearly year-long war with Russia. The surprise stop coming one day before Biden's Poland visit, where he's expected to give a speech to rally worldwide support for Ukraine.
Freedom is priceless. It's worth fighting for as long as it takes, and that's how long we're going to be with you, Mr. President, for as long as it takes.
The Ukrainians are now pushing back and taking back up to 50% of what the Russians took in the initial push. It is working.
This month from ABC News and The Washington Post finds 33% of Americans say the U.S. is doing too much for Ukraine. That's up from 14% last spring. 2 weeks after the train derailment and chemical spill in Ohio, volunteers are handing out bottled water to residents who are too afraid to drink from the tap.
Norfolk Southern is the train company at the heart of the incident and investigation. It is telling residents it's testing the safety of the water, the air, and soil, and they say that things are safe. Government officials agree with that, but not all residents there believe it.
The headaches when you're home are pretty much nonstop. They're awful. Also, if you're outside for more than 15-20 minutes, you start feeling the congestion, heaviness in your chest.
I will never be comfortable in my home.
White House officials are telling Norfolk Southern to up their support for residents. State and federal health officials will host an open health assessment clinic tomorrow to answer questions from community members. Panic and mourning in California after an auxiliary bishop in Los Angeles was shot and killed on Saturday.
Bishop David O'Connell was found shot in the chest in the middle of the afternoon. Police say they do have someone in custody, though. Born in Ireland back in 1953, O'Connell worked in the church for 45 years, finally being named an auxiliary bishop of the Los Angeles Archdiocese back in 2015 by Pope Francis. O'Connell has been regarded as a peacemaker. His parishioners mourning the loss, but thankful for the work he did with all residents of the neighborhood, from immigrants to victims of gang violence. Some are sharing what made the 69-year-old such a force in the community.
Came and changed our lives. Always working for the good of people.
He was so soft-spoken. He was a humble soul. He was not the type that would have confrontations with nobody.
The nation is waiting for the sheriff's office to release information on the murder, like the name of the suspect, a possible motive, and the evidence that led them to this arrest. The LA Sheriff's Department is currently holding a press conference, so we'll keep you updated on what details are released. Still to come on the news tonight, a couple special birthdays were celebrated at the Lincoln Children's Zoo.
We're going to have that story and your full forecast with Rusty after the break.
Salvage Warehouse has the best.
Children's Zoo is celebrating the first birthday for two of their animals.
That's right. The giraffes, Mosi and Kay, were born this day last year, and the zoo had a celebration today to honor their birth. The giraffes received cake made from their daily food, formed into a cake shape.
They also had some little cupcakes made with lettuce, squash, and their normal food. There were lots of people there, especially kiddos who didn't have school today. The birth of these giraffes was a momentous occasion for the zoo, and celebrating their first year of life was a party with something the zoo wanted to do.
Bringing these giraffes here was such a huge undertaking for our zoo. It's something that we planned for a long time. And so having all three calves last year was a huge milestone. And then for them to reach their first birthday is just something we wanted to celebrate as we continue to work to increase the conservation of giraffe throughout the country.
Their third giraffe, Mario, was born in June. The zoo currently has 8 giraffes and is hoping to have more as they keep their conservation efforts going.
Now, your Storm Alert team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
I took my daughter and son to see those giraffes not too long ago. I swear that it's one of the top 10 moments for them. Hey, snow in February so far. Now the average is 7.1. Just want to point that out first before I get out of the way here. Look at the last, well, since 2018. 8.8 so far this year for February. We barely had anything in 2022. We just had 1/10 of an inch. Then 2021, 16.5 inches for February. And then 1.6 for 2020. And then 23.2 in 2019. And then 2018, kind of middle of the road, 10 inches. So up, down, and we're kind of up. So, I mean, if this makes sense, you're just kind of wobbling like this, and we're on the way up. We'll see. We've still got a solid half of February to go, but today, not even close to anything that resembles winter. We were in the 50s for highs today. Plenty of sunshine out there. Southeast Community College at 84th and 51. Our average high is in the 40s, the lower 40s, so we're well above average. A lot of 51s out there. At the airport is 51. We'll zoom out and show you that we're not alone. Beatrice at 52, Fairbury at 51, Hebron at 53, Grand Island at 51. A little bit of a breeze out of the north and west at 5, 10, 15, maybe up to 20 miles per hour. Some cloud cover, a sprinkle or two just off to the west, parts of central Nebraska into northwestern Nebraska. Very light precipitation out there, so maybe a raindrop or two as we head through the overnight. Otherwise, partly cloudy and a pretty quiet night. Stormcast isn't too thrilled about the chance, but it's still out there. I mean, it's showing up right now, so there's a small chance tonight. Really not a whole lot going on as we head through the overnight into Tuesday morning. We're looking at mostly cloudy skies from about Interstate 80 north. I think more sunshine south, so a mixture of clouds and sun during the day on Tuesday, and then everything kind of pulls up to the north. Now let's fast forward a little bit. This is Tuesday night, and it's going to quickly go into Wednesday throughout the day on Wednesday. The best chance for snowfall, accumulating snowfall, is northeast Nebraska all the way down into the southwestern corner. Significant snow going to be possible along with some wind, and we're kind of in this warmer sector, so a rain-snow mix by Wednesday afternoon. A few raindrops, maybe some more snow, rain-snow mix, maybe some ice as well, maybe some freezing rain, a little bit of everything here in southeast Nebraska, but most of the snow will be to our north and to the north and west. So that's phase one. Part two of it is looking like the wind is going to be an issue out of the north at 15 to 35 to maybe gusting towards 40 or 45 miles per hour. So early storm potential, has a trace to 1, maybe 1 or 2 inches from about I-80 south. So we're in that warm sector where if we can see some colder air, sure, 1 or 2 inches possible, maybe even 2 to 4 further north, trace to 1 further south. But you go further north and you're looking at 4 to 8, 8 to 12, and over a foot of snow for the north central, northwestern corner of the state, and South Dakota and Minnesota looking like they're just going to get hit hard with 2 or 3 phases of this storm. So they're looking at a lot of snow, but it fizzles out quickly the further south and east you go. And not really fizzle out, but the chance for mixed precipitation will hinder this area where there's no watches or warnings. But winter storm watch in blue, winter storm warning in pink for late Tuesday into Thursday morning for that snowfall potential. And we have a couple of days yet, so we're going to fine tune it tonight. We'll fine tune it again tomorrow morning and into the afternoon and evening hours. Make sure everybody's up to date as to what is looking like is going to happen for this next storm. Tonight, temperatures fairly mild. We should be in the upper teens. We'll be in the lower middle 20s, a few clouds, maybe that raindrop or two, especially in central Nebraska. North wind at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Another mild day today, melting off that snow quick. Boy, that's, if there's sunshine on your yard for a good portion of the day, the snow is gone. But if you're in the shadows, there's still quite a bit of snow left. Temperatures between 50 and 55 tomorrow. We'll say 51 in Lincoln. 43 is the average, so well above. Southeast wind at 10 to 20 miles per hour. As we head through the next 7 to 10 days, temperatures do struggle for a couple of days. 18 on Thursday. After that storm system moves out and drags down a bunch of cold air, it is going to be chilly. Single digits for lows Thursday morning and Friday morning. Light snow possible again on Friday, just a small chance there. And then boom, right back into the 50s Saturday, Sunday, maybe even Monday. And then as we get into Monday night, a little rain, maybe snow mix if it happens late enough in the evening. And then just like that, March is here. on Wednesday is March 1st. And so spring is trying to make its presence known, but winter not quite done with us yet. Decent storm coming our way as we head through the next couple of days.
Yeah, my house is, a north and south home there for our yard. And so on our south side, which is our front door, there's no snow. The backyard is still completely covered in the shade.
Can make a big difference, can it? Yeah. All right, thank you so much, Rusty. And coming up after the break, have you heard of Munch Madness? We'll explain.
With so much at stake.
Here in Lincoln, a local radio station has unveiled its bracket of top restaurants in the capital city. Here it is, check it out, KLIN's Munch Madness. And the top 4 seeds this year, after you can see the whole bracket there, is Laszlo's, Norm's on 48th, Muchachos, and Isles Pub and Pizza.
You know, just thinking about this is making me hungry. This bracket every year causes quite the stir on social media. To vote, just head to KLIN's website. They'll be keeping the bracket updated over the next few weeks, and then, of course, crown the ultimate champ. Good luck to all the restaurants on there. Ralphie is the 1-year-old, 26-pound French bulldog described by a New York shelter as a terror in a somewhat small package. This week, he was returned yet again after another unsuccessful adoption by a woman who tried but couldn't tame the little guy.
The canine menace went viral a few weeks ago through the shelter's ad for Ralphie, with phrases including, quote, "Wrath will ensue," following his now 3rd failed adoption. The shelter has enrolled Ralphie in a 6-week boarding and training program.
Well, there you go. So don't give up on Ralphie.
Teach him some manners.
There you go. All right, let's get a final check of the forecast, and Rusty's here to do that.
I have a feeling we need to do the same thing for Mother Nature and Old Man Winter. They're just going to be throwing curveballs and knuckleballs at us the next couple of days. Outside, though, right now, really a nice afternoon. We've got plenty of blue sky, a few clouds here and there, a light breeze. Notice the flags aren't moving too far, too fast at Penner Bathing Solutions, the camera in Aurora. We're in the 50s in a couple of spots. Lincoln and Beatrice, 51 degrees. Middle and upper 40s for the rest of us. 48 degrees in Columbus, 47 in Aurora, where you can see those flags barely moving with that west-northwest wind at 8 miles per hour. Not much of a wind in York either. 46 degrees, a little breezier in Norfolk, 44 degrees with that northwest wind at 12 miles per hour. That wind and precipitation potential will start to increase as we head into Wednesday. But for tonight, just a sprinkle or two. Notice that there's just a couple of returns showing up on radar. It's green, so a little bit of a raindrop or two in central and western Nebraska, maybe a couple of snowflakes in and around the Valentine area where it is a little bit colder, and possibly into the Panhandle as well, near Shattern, maybe Alliance, seeing a few snowflakes. But Stormcast does have the potential for some high accumulating snowfalls in north central and northwest Nebraska, possibly into northeast Nebraska. So if you live like in Holt County, Rock, Brown, Kippaw County, Boyd County, you might see anywhere from 8 to 12 inches of snow, maybe even a little more the further north and west you go. Into northern Cherry County, northern Sheridan, Dawes, Sioux County could see some of the heavier snowfall amounts, but the further south you go, the smaller the amounts because of the warmer temperatures. An inch or two from McCook to Lincoln to Omaha, and then a trace to 1 inch. And this goes from Wednesday into very early Thursday, and today's Monday, so we still have the rest of Monday, Tuesday, and a good portion of Wednesday before this really starts to get going. So this is a very early show at what is out there. And winter storm warnings are already in place for north central and the western half of the state late Tuesday into early Thursday. Winter storm watches on the south central and eastern portions of this winter storm warning. That's where it's still kind of up in the air a little bit. So above average on Tuesday, 51 degrees, mixed precipitation possible for the Lincoln area on Wednesday, much colder on Thursday.
Very much, Rusty, and thank you all for joining us.
World News is next, and we'll see you back here at 6 o'clock.